The Future of Alzheimer's. It's based on what you found in your research and talking to experts. What does that future look like?
Well, I'm happy to say that after many, many years of having really no advances in treatment and not particularly good advances in diagnosing Alzheimer's, there's hope now. There's some exciting research, most particularly around therapies, most particularly around what they call monoclonal antibodies. And you may have heard, it's been kind of all over the news because it's exciting news, about a particular one called lecanemab.
How does it work, Sharon? How do those therapies, the most promising therapies that you found, what do they do?
Great. Yes. So this particular one, it's sold as Leqembi. What it does is it takes through your brain. Everyone that has Alzheimer's shows amyloid plaques in the brain. That is well known through past research, and they act as sort of the cleaning crew to go through and take away not all, but most of those plaques in your brain, which doesn't cure it, but it slows down the progression, which is something that everyone is looking for, something to treat it in a more effective way than we've had in the past.
There's been an ongoing debate with regard to those amyloid plaques, whether they are the cause of Alzheimer's or just a byproduct of Alzheimer's. What do we know about that issue?
Great. Yes, I've talked to a lot of people about that, and I will tell you that there is no, consensus now as to which it is. But what they do know, which is helpful, is that clearing them, whether they caused it or they were just the byproduct, does help and does slow down the symptoms. So until we know more, until researchers know more, and of course I'm always talking about we need more research, until we know more, at least this is something to slow it down so people are not showing the worst of the symptoms as soon as they might have.
You also, in your book, spoke with families and patients who are managing an Alzheimer's diagnosis. What was their advice on how people should navigate a diagnosis with this disease?
Right. That's so important because, there's no cure. So we need to figure out how to best work with families and people that are suffering from Alzheimer's. And one of the things is to early on look for signs and symptoms and start to change your lifestyle. People don't know this, but generally once you're showing symptoms, you've had Alzheimer's for up to 18 years, generally around 10 years. And lifestyle is huge. Getting sleep, diet, exercise.